I just want to show everyone my mug. It's got kitties on it.
シマだよ。
Hi everyone, my name is Kate, and this is a series I like to call Tea Time. Got myself a cup of tea, and it's just basically I want this series to be as if I'm talking to you in my living room, in my bedroom, just catching up. This is pretty much a series where I don't know, I just update about my life, maybe eventually do Q&As, give advice, just vent. I don't know, this is my space, so I can pretty much talk about whatever I want. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about myself, give a quick introduction, and it's New Year's Day, so I'm gonna talk about how my 2021 year went. A lot has happened, and well, since it's New Year's Day, I thought I'd talk about New Year's resolutions as well. So yeah, let's get started. Take a quick sip here. It's hot. Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Kate. My pronouns are she, her, and I am 25 years old, and I live in Southern California. I am a Filipino American, and I just graduated from Cal State San Marcos with a bachelor's in psychology, and I have a total of 5 degrees now, so 4 associate's degrees and 1 bachelor's degree. And yeah, that's what happens when you're in college for like 7 years. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. I think the more that I make videos, I did let my dog in. Want to see my doggy? She's a little camel shy. Yes, okay, 2021. This is what happened. A lot has happened in the year. Honestly, I feel like I was just going through the waves, letting the waves crash over me, going wherever life took me. But in the middle of the year, I did move out to San Diego, which is fun, you know. I made some friends and got a new job and everything, and then a lot changed in an instant, which made me move back in with my parents. I don't know, I feel like a common theme for the year is just roll with the punches, because life can literally hit you like a truck. You're just walking down the street, and then all of a sudden, you know, everything just flies and falls, and it's it's a roller coaster, and it was hard, you know. A lot of lessons learned in terms of friendships and romance and school and family. It was a lot, but in terms of friendships, I set a lot of boundaries this year. Boundaries, I'll eventually make a YouTube video about it, because it's one of the most important things that I've learned in therapy. One of the best tools I've ever used in my life. I have to protect my energy, because I have to be the most important person in my life. And I always tell this to my friends, I can't pour from an empty cup, so I have to reserve that energy for myself, and I have to say no when I need to. And I set a lot of boundaries this year, and thankfully a lot of friends, you know, took it well. Some friends didn't really take it well. And that's just how it is, you know. I mean, gained a lot of friends, lost a lot of friends, especially after high school, you know, and that's what happens. People grow up, people grow apart, and that's okay, you know. Life, if there's anything that's constant about life, and it's change. And that included losing some friendships that I really didn't want to lose, which is what happens. I know it's for the better. You know, nothing's worse than trying to force a friendship you know is not healthy for you. And so, yeah, I mean, I'll go more into detail about boundaries in a different video, but basically learned a lot this year and really found out who is really there for me and who's not, and who deserves a place in my life and who shouldn't. In terms of romance, it's a shit show. I'm not gonna lie with you. It's been an absolute just a huge failure, pretty much. Met a couple guys on dating apps this year, and when I tell you, you think the bar cannot go any lower, but it does get lower, at least in my experience, after every man that I've met. And it's just, apparently the bare minimum, it's just too high of an expectation, you know? Like, I want to be treated like a human being with respect, who respects me and my body and my time, and who has emotional intelligence and who knows how to communicate. Apparently that's a lot to ask, especially from men this day and age, which, you know, is a huge disappointment. Maybe I just had too high of expectations, and I'm just tired, you know? It's hard when time and time again men will use you but don't want to pursue you. You know, that's like, it's such a punch to the heart, you know? I am an adult and I deserve someone who takes me seriously and doesn't think of me as a piece of meat, you know? Which, I mean, listen here, this is a safe space. We don't slut shame. If you slut shame, the door's that way. Or just click out, or whatever you do. I don't judge anyone with what they do in their sexual life. You can have as much sex as you want, as long as it's consensual, as long as it's safe, as long as it's healthy, physically and emotionally healthy, mentally healthy. I support you in whatever you do. It's just, for me, I'm tired. I'm so tired of hookups. I'm just over it. I mean, I've had my fun. I'm 25 now. Don't know when I'm gonna get married, but I'm done playing games. This is a time where I need to fall in love with myself and use that energy that I could be using on someone else for myself, because if anything that I've learned in therapy is that I did struggle with codependency. Codependency is when you depend your happiness on someone else, and that's obviously not healthy. And, you know, I've gotten better at it, but I think right now I need to invest all that energy on myself and learn how to be alone, you know? I consider myself a very extroverted person and I thrive with quality time with people, but I also lack security with myself alone, you know? And in this pandemic, I was forced to be alone in my thoughts, you know? If anything, the pandemic has taught me how to be independent, but it's something that I'm still working on, and I'm trying to make myself happy, because I think RuPaul says it, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? I think that's how it goes. And yeah, okay, friendships, love, school. Oh my god, I graduated. And I should be happy, and I should be celebrating and excited and feeling so carefree, but I'm not. I'll introduce the next topic, which is family. It kind of incorporated with school. I almost dropped out. I'm not gonna lie. I got some pretty terrible news about my family. I'm not gonna say too much, but basically, my mom is sick. So that changed everything for me. Changed how I felt about life, my future decisions, my plans, where am I gonna live, what job I'm gonna have. And when I first heard the news, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go to school for like 3 weeks, and I'm trying not to be so hard on myself about it, because, I mean, damn, this is a hard time in my life, and, you know, if anything, I have to give myself grace, and I'm trying not to be so hard on myself, and it's like, I don't know how to grieve. Am I being sad enough? Am I being happy enough? Am I being too happy? Am I being too sad? Like, it's just, it's a weird place in my life, and I feel like this is definitely one of the hardest chapters of my life so far. And if anything, I'm just super thankful for the support system that I have. I talk to my friends, I have a really good support system. I see my therapist every week, and, you know, I'm trying to carry on, you know, rolling with the punches, and this news was definitely, it was more of like a drop kick to the face. Like, if I had a dick, it's like I got a huge kick to the nuts. I don't know how that feels, but man, it hurts. And yeah, with school, I just had to keep going. I almost dropped out, but my mom and I had a talk, and school is so important to her, so I had to do it. And I did it. I graduated with 2 A's, a B, and a C. So, thank God. Shout out to my professors. They were totally understanding. I literally couldn't have graduated without them. Thank God. I didn't think I could do it, to be honest. But I did it. And I'm proud of myself. But yes, with my mom, it's a lot. You know, I have to take it day by day. And I've never dealt with anything like this before, and so it's hard to know how to navigate it day by day. But I think the most important thing is being present. Because the more I worry about the future, the less I'm going to be in the present, and the present is where my mom is. So I want to be there for her, and I want to be where she is. If there's anything I want to say about my mom, it's just I had this meditation with my therapist. It was a guided meditation. The person who guided the meditation had us imagine this wise being, that be Jesus, God, Shrek, an angel, the Dalai Lama, God, you get it. Basically, you imagine this wise being, and there are two things that this person asked me is, what does this wise being give you, and what do they say to you? And I imagined this white and golden light shining through a doorway, and it was an angel, and this very warming female presence at my doorstep. And she had a little present for me, and what I imagined was that the angel gave me orchids, and orchids are my mom's favorite flower. Not only does it symbolize my mom, but plants, they grow from the dirt that they're in, and I feel like I need to grow from this place that I'm in. I think it also symbolizes self-care, because I need to nurture myself in order to keep growing and to stay alive. Just some TLC for myself. And so I think I need to imagine myself as that orchid and take care of myself, because I can't let anybody else do that for me. I have to be the most important person in my life, because I can't be there for my mom unless I'm there for myself. And the thing that this angel said to me was, at first it was, I thought this angel said, stay strong, but it felt too like a phrase, a quote on a pillow in your mom's living room. It felt toxic positivity, didn't really like it. It was like, of course I have to stay strong, but like, what if I don't want to stay strong? I feel like sometimes you have to have people be strong for you, because you can't be strong every day. So I just let that go. And there was this phrase that felt so secure to me, and that was, love remains. Because this time in my life can be so ugly. My pain, my mom's pain, my family's pain, the frustration and the anger and the guilt and the depression, and seeing my mom suffer and seeing my family suffer, and it's an awful time in my life. But throughout all that, one thing that remains constant is love. As cheesy as it sounds, but it's the little moments that keep me going. This time has made me and my dad closer. And it's the little moments with my mom, like when I brush her hair, or when she smiles, or when she cracks a joke, like this time in my life really helps me focus on things that I want to remember, and cutting out everything else that I don't need to hyperfixate on. Like, yes, it's so easy to focus on my pain and everybody else's pain, but that's not gonna have me survive, and I'm just letting this present fly away, and I don't want to, take this time for granted. And I'm trying not to feel guilty that it took my mom being sick to learn about her life. Because, I'm Asian, so emotions in a family, what is that? We don't really talk about our emotions, we don't really talk about our lives. I want to learn about my mom's life. I want to take this time to hear her story and learn about her childhood, and if she ever got in trouble, or like who her boyfriends were and all that stuff. Like, I'm excited to have those conversations with her. It's just hard, you know, because she's tired all the time, but I really appreciate every single moment that I'm with her. Whew. So that was heavy. Anyway, so 2021, rolling with the punches and knowing that love remains. Moving on to this year's resolutions, I have a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I'll kind of elaborate on the ones that mean a lot to me and then kind of skim through the other ones. But, so basically, well, I'm not going to be in school this year, so I really wanted to take this year to fall back in love with my passions. I graduated from a performing arts college, which was low-key a cult, but that's a story for another day. I got my associate's degree in performing arts, so might as well do something with it. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to perform on stage, because I miss that feeling, whether that's acting, singing, dancing, preferably singing because I love singing, but yeah, I hope to perform on stage. I hope to do the splits. Been trying for years, but I think this is going to be the year. And I want to become intermediate in guitar. So right now I'm more of like a beginner. I mean, I know some basic chords, and I don't expect to be like Yvette from Covet, or you know, my friend Chanta, whoever knows him, he's like a guitar god. I'm definitely not going to reach that level this year, but I definitely want to get to a level where, you know, I feel comfortable, you know, where I get into bar chords really easily, and then maybe introduce like some tapping or something like that. And also I want to write a song this year. Write it, produce it, sing it. I just got to do something, because I need to start songwriting. Got a lot of feelings. And I want to play all the Legend of Zelda games that I have. I don't have all of them. That's gonna take more than a year, in my opinion. But I have, well, right now I'm playing Breath of the Wild on Switch. I have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Minish Cap, Twilight Princess. I think that's all I have so far. But yeah, I hope to play all those this year. Social media break for a month. So I am starting this month. So I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on Instagram. I want to finish 7 books. Last year I read 5 books. This year I want to finish 7, which I'm not much of a reader. I know 7 seems small, you know, people can probably finish 7 books in 2 months. That's not me. I don't have the attention span, but I definitely want to read more. I also want to learn Tagalog. Well, I'm Filipino, as you know, and I want to talk to my parents in their native language, because, you know, a lot can get lost in translation. And I want to hear their stories in the most authentic, original way that I can. And so my goal is to learn Tagalog and talk to them in their native language. My last ones are in terms of like my mental health. Those are really personal, but basically I just don't want to let my mental illness take over me, basically. Like, I don't want to succumb to my negative thoughts and all of that. But yeah, that's basically it. I think the one that I'm most excited for is performing on stage. I'm really excited for that. That's it, pretty much. I spilled tea on myself. That's warm. If you come this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's. I hope you reach all of your goals, and I hope you stay kind to yourself this year. Okay, thank you. Bye!